going for a walk in wilderness. It's beautiful, isn't it? I don't know what the camera lens picks up, but I pick up beautiful. I love snow. I love all weather because it's just nature doing what it needs to do, whether we get it or not. So here's what I want to talk about today. You know, if I could, I would walk the world and heal people. As ridiculous as it sounds, that's what I should do. But I can't, because most people are caught up in the ideas that are going on in the world right now. And of course they are, because it's everywhere you look. And I'm not going to go too much into conspiracy theories and stuff this time, because I think it's about time for me to just move on with that. And the point is, if, you know, at one time I was thinking I should just start shooting all my skit videos and doing funny stories and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think it's important that people sort of try to get a grip on life itself, because it's changed so much. And since it's never going back, we sort of have to adjust somehow. And how do we do that? Well, we don't do that by sitting home and and worrying about what they say on TV, because I'm sorry to say, like, everything from every advertisement, every TV show, every news broadcast, every government, you know, when they get together and have their conferences and special bulletins. I'm going to wipe the camera off in case it's getting too juicy. All right, sorry if that messed anything up. All right, I was walking and talking and I don't know where it stopped. But I'll put them together, and I was trying to wipe off the camera. I think that's where it stopped. But anyway, all those things you see on TV, all the... Yep, see, the water's messing up the camera. Yeah, well, the water keeps landing on the camera lens and shutting the phone off. It's that snowy out here. Still love it. It's just making it a little inconvenient to try to walk out in the wilderness today and shoot this lovely video. So, where was I? All those things that we see, like TV broadcasts and all those things, we have to understand that, yes, some of it can be true. And in a weird way that most people won't even be able to get, okay? There's people arguing on things like all the social media things. People are talking about this, okay? And some are like, you should be wearing masks. And other people are, how dare you not wear a mask for my safety? Well, put it this way. Let's just say my health, my body, my choice, okay? I've been out for the last... however the longest it's been going on. I haven't had a day off, and my life hasn't changed one little bit, except there's less people around to celebrate this magnificent world with. And my life hasn't changed, except for it's just tumbleweeds everywhere, you know? Not literally, of course, but it's just silence. It's like, I don't want to go talking super spiritual, but how else can I? What else can I do? I mean, what I need to say is that I am the Messiah. But so are you. We are the Messiahs. And when I say Messiah, I mean, you know, I'm making up this right now as I'm saying it, you know. We are the miraculous essence of, you know, initialize the O. The supreme self in all humanity. We're the miraculous essence of the supreme self in all humanity. We are the Messiahs. And we're here to figure out why we are even created. Like, if you think to worry about money and economy and all that kind of stuff, and I don't even like talking about those situations anymore, but if you think that worrying about all that stuff is what we're here on earth to do, then boy, you've limited yourself to not a very exciting life. And I for one, don't even want to play that anymore. Like, I don't want to say play that game, but don't the people ahead of the system see that we need to do something different? And instead of worrying about the COVID-19 virus and having everybody stay at home, why don't they promote eating healthy and taking care of yourself? Not keep open the drive-thrus, go get some beers, People being like, I need the beers to stay sane. No, you're just killing yourself, man. I don't want to sound like a goody two-shoes, but the truth is we're doing bad to ourselves. And nature is a representation of the world on a whole. And the world on a whole has been damaging nature, which is also us, for a long, long time. And it's time to straighten out. By doing this, they're doing a big favor for nature right now by clearing up the smog and, you know, giving animals a chance to breathe. And during all these seasons where we'd be out killing a bunch of animals, you know, I'm not going to go into Mr. Vegan Vegetarian spiel, but it's time to, you know, I'm not worried about a damn thing anymore, because it's like, if I die, I'm going to die laughing this time, because I know where I go. I know where we go. And that's way more important than even worrying about this COVID-19 virus. Let's go on with our lives and say, you wear a mask around me because you feel safe with a mask on. I don't wear a mask around you because I feel safe without a mask on. You've got your mask. I don't have my mask. So be it. We're both happy, right? Why do I have to have a mask and you have to have a mask? Do we need two to stay safe? All right, they said it's not airborne. So, and trust me, if it makes you feel better, I'll turn my head. I'll not talk to you. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to give you a hug. In fact, I think we should start Operation Ham Pap. Hug as many people as possible, you know. And don't go doing it and blaming on me, but I suggest we do. Hug everybody you see. Love the world. Love can cure the virus if we love enough. Do we love enough? Do you love enough? I love enough. So, because this is just nothing but a beautiful experience for us all to have, let's not concentrate on that anymore. So I'm going to try to make this the last thing I say about the COVID-19 virus. And I don't mean to keep talking it down, because anybody who gets hurt or dies in the name of it, like, I'm not trying to joke around and say, I love everything in creation. Like, people say stuff like, what would God do? Well, God would do everything that 7 billion plus people are doing right now, just in human form. And he'd also, not he, there's no he, no him, no great judgment day to come, when the heralds trumpet upon us. You know what? I've actually experienced all of that in the spiritual and astral realms. If you don't believe in those things, start looking them up and try a couple things, and you'll be amazed at what really is available to everybody out there who really wants to explore something. You want to explore something? Put down your cell phone, unless you're using a guided meditation or something like that to help you. But after a while, you won't need that. But, you know, put down all the devices in the manner of using them just to sit and let your brain rot away, watching what other people say, watching a bunch of gory movies or sex movies or shit like that. You know, if you want to, that's fine too. But please try to limit it. Once you stop doing those things and doing things that feel pure, you'll realize that having that feeling of pure love is so much better than any drink or drug or anything you've ever had. It'll make you feel more than intoxicated. It'll make you feel more than just inspired. If you do it long enough, like me, you will understand God, like what true God is. Not anything to put down anyone in any religion. Like I've said before, I'm not putting anyone down, because they're all right in their own way. And from the beginning of time, billions of people right now, and billions of billions and billions from the beginning of time. And I could tell you about a whole bunch of weird, crazy things about how different planets and different civilizations and a lot of stuff that I'm sure many other people have experienced. But the difference is, sometimes when something major like that happens to you, it's a flash, and you don't hold on to it, because you come back to the regular world and the people that you're around, and you're like, must have been a dream. But then there's this feeling that you've had it before. Those weird feelings that come by. Everybody has a feeling, probably every day, every moment actually, you could have an experience of that feeling. You're like, I'm more than this, I'm more than this. And everyone has had a moment where that is, you know. But I can't induce it to you over the phone. Maybe I can. In fact, I'm going to, not over the phone. I don't know if you're on a phone. This happens to be a phone I'm using to record this video. That's why I say that. But anyway, I'm going to try. I have a bunch of methods of like I've invented my own exercise programs, all kinds of awesome inventions and just ideas to help people learn about themselves, heal themselves. Reiki, I mean, I could develop any kind of thing that people want because I'm very creative, and I've made a connection with that side of us. And I want to show that to people. So when I say that I'm the Messiah, I don't mean that in a way like I'm God, like people would think. But in a way, I do mean that. And I mean to say that I can show you that part of you within you. And it's not all that crazy. It's actually super simple, and you've known it since you were little, but you've hit it off more and more every day as your life has gone by. And it's time to really focus on that, because focus on health and happiness and stuff like that. And even if a virus comes your way, it's going to bounce off you like, hi, Corona, I love you, dude, but I'm sorry to tell you, I don't want you in my body. And if you take good enough care of your body, and if you truly know, I know this sounds like people just don't really believe in mind over matter, but you have to understand that everything you've accomplished in your life has been mind over matter. Whether it was a sickness you've had before, a cough or a fever, a obstacle at work, a overcoming a personal record or breaking a personal record or something like that, everything has been a result of you overcoming something, and mind over matter. This is the same thing, okay? But we need mind. I don't want to keep going universal mind and talking big like that, but this is big. The world needs help. And there are many other people like me that care. It's just, and I'm not saying this is bad or that they're wrong, but most people are still driven by the idea of money, but that's because they were raised with the idea of that's the only way we'll ever be. And we won't always be that way. And I don't mean to say all this stuff about the future, but in the future, we won't be all about money at all. And we don't have to turn into robots either. That's another thing we need to really work on. In fact, I have a lot of things to tell people about that kind of stuff, but it's after we get over this hump. But like I said, this is going to be the last little thing I say about COVID, so I might name it COVID bye-bye, or like we are the messiahs or something. It doesn't matter what I call it. Words, I think words can be beautiful, but just like everybody else knows, you can be put down and hurt with words. And you can see words, and they can be misused by media and by people we trust or should trust and can't trust. But, man, it's really snowy. My phone is actually dripping. Sorry about that. I'm going to get going so I can shoot a video to hopefully be able to see my son, because this COVID-19 has been preventing me from seeing the only family member of mine that, I don't know, truly believes in God. And I'm not saying that I'm God, because everybody that's making our family environment structure, our family values, whatever you want to call it, everybody who's making this difficult on themselves and each other, and Xavier and I, is really God manifest too. Seriously, it's not a joke. And they know that. They were told that. Even the books they read say that. Even Jesus says that you are the same as him, you know? Why do you doubt it then? Because people keep telling you you're less than what you are. And I'm here to tell you, you're way more than you'll ever know. So let's work on coming together. Please, you guys with me? I'm about to get into this big swamp pit of puddles. So, yeah, there's no escape. I love you guys, and I hope to hear from some of you soon. We got big things to do, concerts to perform, movies to make, lessons to teach to our children, things like that. Let's get to focus on the right things now, you know? Not pent up in our house with 70 packs of toilet paper and some hot dogs, Cheetos, and ding-dongs. No, let's get some fruits, vegetables, and push-ups, you know? And I'm talking about exercise push-ups, not yabba-dabba-do flavored, okay? I love you guys. And I'm going to have to backtrack a long way to get back. But that's all right, because it's beautiful out here. And you're beautiful. So I hope to hear from you all. And if not, until next time, you know you'll be seeing me. Peace. I'm everywhere. And so are you. Love you guys.